Killing isn't part of us. It's against our nature. It's morally wrong and there are penalties for going over that line. But to make it palatable, to make it okay to kill, it's gotta be a lot of people and it's gotta be to the sound of an anthem. It's not an easy process. Some men aren't fit for it, but men like us are. I'm not sure what that truly says about us. Are they being weeded out, or are we? By passing this test, are we failing another? You hear a lot of people talk about dying for their country, but nobody ever talks about killing for their country. People often like to pretend that's not what's happening, that despite doing good things, we're doing them in horrific ways. Nobody likes the realness of war, so they paint it in a different light, into something they can get behind, into something righteous and honorable, while never minding how it's being executed because they aren't the ones that have to deal with that. We are. We don't get the PC war, we get the real one, the only one. We don't get the filter and the censor bars. We experience, we fight, we kill, and we die. And while people don't like to talk about killing for their country, that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'd much rather do that than die. In war, there is no fight or flight, it's kill or die, and we have to make it very easy for ourselves to kill. It's imperative. We try not to see the other guy in our sight as a human being like you and me. We have to be more pragmatic. It's never fun, it's horrific. And the closer you get, the more personal it is. We must distance ourselves as far away from the target as possible, both on the battlefield and in our minds. It has to be easy to pull that trigger, as ghastly as that sounds. But it is. It's imperative that it is. Our enemies won't have the same apprehension and they assume the same of us. And if our bullets find enough targets, we get a piece of colored ribbon, like a prize at a fair. I don't know who decided that a body count should be rewarded or why we're the ones getting them. The politicians are the real ones with the body counts. Their ribbons would be as long as a clown's handkerchief. It's always the younger generation that gets punished for the mistakes of the old. We always end up paying the price fiscally and mortally. Death isn't the only thing that's hereditary. So is stupidity, hatred, greed, and the unwillingness to change. Each side is taught from birth that they have the right. They are always the good guys. Anyone who gets in their way must be wrong and must be defeated. Each side always knows that they are the pure and chosen few. They just know it. By some happy coincidental miracle, they happen to be born in the right place. We're all the same. We're all the same humans who all happen to be right. It literally is all relative. Bertrand Russell once said, "War does not determine who's right, only who's left." It doesn't matter to me if my side is right because I'm told to fight. That's what makes a soldier a soldier. That's what you want for someone whose job it is to fight. But it's because we operate this way that wars can even exist. You can't have a chess match without a lot of pawns to throw away. And the same goes for the guy on the other side of my barrel. My gun pointed at him, and his at me. We don't care which side is justified in their actions, we'll never even know. And that's not our job. We're soldiers. It doesn't matter in the future who ends up victorious, because that hasn't been decided yet. So I'll fight, I'll kill, and I very well might die. And it doesn't matter if what I'm doing is right, I'm just trying to be the one who's left.